Welcome to today's session. We're going to talk about the value of robots for autism disorder. First, what is autism quickly? Then how is the technology today is answering or helping some of the solutions or treatments with, of course, with the percentage. Then the last things is where's the robots and AI and large language model doing for this and expected to do in the future. Autism or autistic people is people who have difficulties in social communication with the people around them, as a family, as a friend, in the schools, and the work, and so on. So they have a full understanding of everything, but they are facing a lot of difficulties to communicate with the others, understand the other people around them, especially emotions, and so on, where could be a little bit difficult for them to interact, as well as showing a negative behavior in front of the others. And when we talk about kids, then the other kids will be also facing difficulties to talk or to communicate or to interact with the autistic kids. It's not a one type of problem, it's a spectrum. So there are a lot of different type of social difficulties communication. Some of them is facing difficulties to talk, facing difficulties to touch in a different way. Some of them is not understanding the emotions on the face, on the body language, and some of them is just don't want to talk. They understand the emotion, but they just don't want to react, or they show careless of what is happening around them until people feel that they are isolated. So all of these different situations, all of them coming under one spectrum called the autism spectrum. So I remember a couple of days back, one colleague he was talking about meeting one of the autism spectrum called Asperger, where a lot of famous people is having this, starting from Einstein to Messi, and some of even very famous political people. And the only thing with this type of autism called Asperger is he just don't want, or she just don't want uh, to communicate with the others, because they feel this is they are not interested on what is normal people interested in. So this is in general what is my understanding about autism. And talking about the technology in the last 7 years, part of my ThinkLogic's journey, I found that is leveraging artificial intelligence and leveraging the robot. It's just a different way of communication. So one of my experience was using Amazon Alexa to interact with the people. So Alexa was there before even any AI technology or announcement or marketing the AI, marketing the Gen AI or the large language model or even robots. It was just an assistance devices. But since long time, I mean, 2017, 2018, I start noticing that is a lot of kids like to talk to Alexa, which is just a voice assistant. And then I read some articles about it. I even tried to do a project with one school using Alexa to interact with the student, answering some math questions, giving some jokes and so on. And then I found that is, which is a fact actually, some of the autistics is interacting with Alexa more than the normal kids. And that is bringing to my attention, like autistic people is looking for something different, and looking for to interact with the human or machine that has a less emotion complexity. And a device like Alexa, it's an amazing answer for this requirement. And then also I saw some robots. I remember there was a robot called Temi robot. It's still there, where it uses Alexa, but it also has some movement. And then also when we tried it in one of the schools, we found that autistic student is more interesting in interacting with with the robot than interacting with their with the other students, which when I went through a few of doctors, they I understood that is this type of interaction is really appreciated by a big type of autistic kids, because they feel more secure that this machine or this device is not gonna take an aggressive reaction against them like the other kids, or try to make them a joke, or do a lot of things. So it's all about trust, and autistic people have a very difficult ability to trust, like any other emotion. So we can see trust is an behavior or emotional things that need to be done between the kid or the man with the autistic behavior and the human in front of him, or we can say the robot in front of him. So I saw a lot of maybe 7 8 different type of robots where they are purely focused on autistic kids or people, especially in the school. And there was a lot of good interaction. To be honest, the value until now about robots, it's more in seeing some hope, that is, yes, that this kid or this man start communicating with the something in front of it, after failing to interact with the human. Now he start interacting with the robot, he start interacting with the voice assistants. Definitely, if we talk about simplest simpler device like iPad or iPhone, or sorry, tablets, or mobile, you find that these type of kids, they like really to interact with it. But when it's become more as a robot and more as a voice assistant with the some movement, here we're not only talking about interacting with the voice and hearing, but also touching the robot, seeing the robot moving, maybe moving with the robot, getting some assistance from the robot. So it really change, making all the sense for this kids or for this person to interact. So which make the people around this autistic person is happy, feeling a hope, trying, pushing to do more and more to for this kid or for this student in the school. So far, it is stopped on this level. So there are some robots which have a nice eyes, nice hands moving, and voice assistant. Some of them using Alexa itself as a voice assistant, which providing a very nice try of interaction, maybe giving few percent, 2 3% of improvement for the kids, but it's not really reached to the level that it is really helping in overcome the social difficulties that he or she is getting. And however, we found that is sometimes it is giving some negative reaction. Like, for example, when the kids start to interact with the robot or with the voice assistance device, and he did not get what he's like to do or what he's expecting to do, then suddenly he start feeling that he don't want to interact again anymore with this device, which is could create a negative reaction, or even the people, the parents or the school is feeling that it's a failure, which is not really the case. But this is the current capabilities of the technologies. So I would like to go a little bit in the technology. So when we're talking about voice assistants here, we're trying to get the device itself, and the technology behind it, the software, is to ask few questions to understand the person questions, giving a different type of predefined question, predefined topics, saying a story, answering some things, which is all of it is a kind of predefined. And I found that there is a lot of a very nice, actually, softwares or question and answers designed for the autistic people and autistic kids for schools, that is asking them different question, that's trying to get them excited and try to interact. But all of these are predefined. It's like lesson one, let's talk about math, 1 plus 1 equal 2, how much 2 plus 2, in colors, what is this colors, and science, talking about animals and shapes and all of these things. It's like lesson one, lesson two, lesson three, lesson four, and all of them are predefined, which is great efforts, great way of pushing the student who has an autistics to learn using a different method than just the teacher trying to talk by using these devices. And when these voice assistants with the predefined lessons inside it, a lot of efforts for these companies and these schools and researchers. When it's added also to a robotic where it has some emotional with the eyes open and closed, looking right and left, moving the hands, have the ability for the autistic person to touch it, to feel it. Some of them have also changing colors based on happy, unhappy. So all of this is great, but all of it is a kind of a predefined. But it is making a little change, but not a long term. Like maybe it will be an exercise of a few weeks, but then after that, that interaction is not continuing anymore. We did not see, at least myself, that is any autistic kid, let's say, in a school or at home, he's interacting a lot with the robot for more than a few months. Then he will stop being interested to continue with it. For him, maybe going back to the tablets to play uh, Sonic or any other games is more excited for him or for her. So it's until now there are a lot of efforts on this direction, making good progress, but to be honest, is not breaking through. Technologies, even one of the good things maybe I have to mention, like autistic people get very much confused with the understanding the emotions for the people in the front of them, and because the human emotion, it's very complex, right? And it's not easy to understand. So robots, it has a much simpler way of showing emotion. Like sad is very obvious, it's a sad, and happy is very obvious, it's a happy. Crying, there is a five, six, seven predefined emotion where it will go exactly the same every time. So the autistic kid, he will be understanding it, then he will be understand that now it's happy, now it's sad, which is not in the normal life, right? So it's a little bit different. Saying this, this is where the technology reached to. So a lot of efforts happen in this way. What I call it is a predefined, pre-learned way of interacting with the autistic people, which is great. I saw a lot of different languages, not only English, French. I saw Arabic. Who is developing a lot of softwares or programs, but again, it's all as a predefined lessons one, two, three, four, and so on. Saying this, now maybe I can talk about what is happening now as a breakthrough. Generative AI, or what we call it large language model, today, like ChatGPT or Gemini from Google, is really start coming into a different domains and to understand the question and also to answer. And in 2024, also the voice ChatGPT, the voice Gemini, and others, Amazon Novo Voices, start using to start becoming part of the core LLM, where the voice start start understanding the voice and start answering in a voice in a different language and accents with some emotion also. And that is, I will not call it a voice assistant, but it's a next generation of voice assistants that can ask the ChatGPT, the generative AI, uh, what is the time now, what is 1 plus 1. But also I can ask much more complex question, like tell me about what's happening in Hawaii in July if I want to go for a trip. And then you will find a very voice answer. It's more like a human than just a voice assistant. And that's now a fact by end of 2024, beginning of 2025. I think it's the voice assistant era is gone, and the new way of voice interaction become more mature, more reality. Uh, Even Amazon Alexa now is shutting down and coming with a new completely generative AI LLM. It's called Alexa Plus, where it is completely Gen AI voice capabilities, but it's not anymore voice assistance. It's a real voice interaction, where it raises all the personal and commercial businesses into thinking about how to leverage these businesses, these voice capabilities in interacting at home, at on the go, at business, at call center, at marketing, sales, showrooms, and all of this. And people is very good in leveraging new technologies for their own business and personal needs. Now, the voice assistant, if it is embedded in that same robot, now the situation is different. Now it can understand the entire question. It can answer in comprehensive, in better emotional way. So it has a large, as they said, large language model. It has a large language to answer in a different way, in an innovative way. So it's not the predefined things, which is getting the positioning of maybe getting more excitement from autistic people, because every time there is a different way of answers. It can work on a different things. It can not only math, not only colors, but it can answer everything. Even if the autistic kids, he's very much interested in Spider-Man, then the LLM can answer everything about Spider-Man, which is for this kid, it is the most important things in life. So then he's finding somebody, or which is the robot with the LLM, talking with him about the same subject that he's very much interested in, or about Formula One cars, or whatever this autistic person is interested in. And I'm not talking about kids of 10 years old or 5 years old. I'm even talking about autistic people with the 40 years old, 50 years old, who's really, you'll find them very focused on some subjects. LLM today is very much can answer this. 2025, there is some initiatives happening. I think it's Lux AI or something like that, is who's really started breaking through using AI or Gen AI LLM to start answering the autistic guy and embed it in a robot with some emotion to, but increase the number of emotion, sorry, because now LLM also can understand what is the level of upset, happiness, and other emotions. So it's not even sad or happy. There is a like a percentage of this, which is really great going forward. But uh, uh, in the last few days, I was in some hospital where I found that is there is a try for this one, and I found some autistic kids in that hospital is really start interacting with the LLM. Actually, it was in Arabic language, which was really nice. It was talking about what they are excited about, with the topic that they really like, and they don't want to talk about anything else. So, yes, they have a friend who can talk to them in the same language and so on. And that's a really breakthrough for me, because it's not ending after 3 questions or 4 questions like how it used to be. It's ongoing days of interactions, which is great and amazing. So I think this is going to be a good breakthrough. I'm expecting to have a lot of new robots that's going into this direction, embedded with the LLM or integrated with the smart generative AI LLM to improve the interaction with the kids. So as I always say, robot is it's a group of what we call it the technology IoT sensors that's helping the back end artificial intelligent AI, and now in this case Gen AI, to be able to deliver some services. And here we're talking about interaction services with the touch, with the talk, and so on, but also to with the understanding. So robots with the LLM, I think it's breaking through, which will be seeing some of the let's say a new products coming, a new robots that is gonna do a good success, and behind it also a good business. Um, this is, I think, what is the current situation. Let's talk now about some future. Maybe I have another 4 minutes to talk about the future. Uh, the future is the LLM when it's listened to the student, or when with the camera, or I mean, as a mic on also the camera, seeing the person, autistic person, is like start understanding and learning more about his behavior. Like some of the autistic people is they don't like to look directly to the camera or to the person in front of them. They like to look into the right side or left side or to the roof. However, in some topics or some words, they will find them start focusing. If the IoT and AI and robots with the large language model start understanding the behavior of the autistic kid or person, and analyzing this, and then in a real time, or let's say semi real time, start adjusting the LLM to match the what is getting more excited for this kids, and start focusing with their questions, start focusing with their presenting on the screen what he's thinking. It is nice, or he's excited to, but the LLM is driving him into a new topic of learning, or improving his emotional, because the LLM start catching where he's ready to interact, and then improve that area. That's a real time or near real time learning capabilities in the Gen AI. I think it is the future, and if this is going to happen, self-learning LLM for specifically for autistic people, by seeing their behavior, by seeing what they are talking, what they are interacting, if they're touching the device, if they're looking into the camera, and so on, and start building for personalization way, uh, then it will be amazing. And when I say personalization, today personalization is coming to all businesses, right? So today in the telco, for example, we say we're going to give you personalized offer. You don't need 5 GB, you need 7 GB. And if I go to the bank, you say I will give you personalized loan or personalized account. That's the latest technology or business by using generative AI or by using AI in general, called personalization. But if we talk about personalization for autistic people, then here we are understanding every autistic person capabilities, way of interaction, what he's excited about. And this is very, very important, because you will not find two autistic kids have the same behavior at all. So that's why they call it spectrum. There is no way like this is white or black. There is always one spectrum different from the other. There is almost never two kids is having the same difficulties of communication. If LLM start learning what is each kids, and personalize the training, personalize the question, personalize the answers uh, for each kids in a specific way, then I believe this will be the real breakthrough. I think it will be a real program for healing. It's not anymore predefined. It's a learning and healing program. When I see healing, like it's teaching the autistic person to interact, to understand emotion, to become social, and that's the most important part, is to become social, so his peers or his colleagues in their work or at family or kids in the school, they don't feel him odd. He learned how to interact with everybody. Uh, uh, Today, there are, let's say, clinics who try to do this, but how much the doctor can do? I mean, he can do 1 hour per day, 2 hours, 3 hours per day, and he need to personalize for each kid. Uh, it's really very difficult. But if we have a robot with a smart real time learning LLM behind it, 24 by 7, sitting with the kids, going with him at his home, at his school, for example, in the everywhere, going out, also maybe going with him, teaching him how to behave, how to be social in all situation, not only at school or at the clinic, even if he's at home, if he's at his grandmother home or anywhere, then he's gonna be learning all the behavior, not only the behavior when he's sitting in the clinic. So that will be an amazing breakthrough, and I can see it. If such an investment gonna happen, then it will be a serious breakthrough. Uh, that is what in my mind currently about leveraging robotics, or let's say the smart robotics that's embedded with the learning LLM models, future for autistic people. Uh, if you have any question or you have any comments, please reach to me through the platform and ask.
Hey Faisal, have you had an opportunity to talk to any of these robot manufacturers, or have you looked specifically at any of the platforms? Like Temi still seems very focused on commercial market, but they obviously have customizable software. So I'm wondering if there's you know companies out there that are providing the software side of this, whereas other companies are just provide that can run on different hardware platforms, or are there very specialized niche robot manufacturers that are looking at autism as an avenue to focus on?
Uh, to be honest, the Temi robot it has all the potential to go that direction, because it is have a face or a screen that can give a basic or a simple emotion in the screen, as well as it is supporting embedded Amazon Alexa voice assistants, which will become automatically Amazon Alexa Plus, which is the Gen AI LLM capabilities. But as you mentioned, it's more commercial. There is not yet any investments, which is no use cases, let's say, from for autistics focus. Uh, I know a couple of robot vendors which trying to mix the hardware and software. I think the one is called Buddy. They're doing this, but still in the predefined, not an LLM. It's a predefined robot, but it's really doing good. And I think there is another one called Lux AI. Yeah, Lux AI, which is also another type of robot with a nice emotion, but it's also predefined things like I think they have it robot for school, robot for family, robot for home, uh, because they know it is not it's a different environment, so they have to make a different software. But all of this is a predefined. I saw some research in one of the universities, uh, but I did not went through it yet. But it's still in the research area, how to embed LLM for autistic people. So saying that, it's a great opportunity for anybody is looking to spend effort and time for such an area. I think it's still greenfield. So if there is no more question, I would like to thank you. And again, you can ask me any question by going to Elevate portal and put your question, and I will definitely answer it as soon as possible. Thank you very much, everybody, and have a great day or evening.